to help people feeling threatened by violence, as well as counsel people who are using gun violence to settle disputes. Reporting in Albany, Brianna Cipardi, CBS 6 News.
If it bleeds, it leads. It's a common phrase from a previous era of TV news when violent stories were often prioritized over others. And it's a phrase that's long haunted and impacted a former New York News photographer. But now he's taking that phrase and giving it new meaning. And CBS 6's Imani Payne joins us now with how that's going to happen. Hi, Imani.
Hi, Liz. He's doing so through a one-man show now running in Hudson. I sat down with the former photographer turned actor to learn what he hopes the audience will take away. A man who spent his career putting others on TV, now stepping into a spotlight of his own.
I didn't realize how much psychological and emotional trauma the violence had actually done to me.
The former New York City news photographer grew up in a journalism family and covered the violent city streets in the 90s, a time when he says someone was killed every couple of hours. His one-man show depicts the lingering effects of covering bloody crime scenes throughout his career, saying it was almost impossible to leave what he saw through his lens behind at the scene.
And we're sitting there, and I hear pop, pop. And I looked at him and I said, those are gunshots. And a guy got in an argument with somebody at a strip club. And on his way out the door, the person shot him in the head. And so I got there before the ambulance was there. So I have seen up close and personal.
Because of those violent crime scenes, Sean decided to leave his career as a news photographer behind to instead work with his therapist, a combat veteran who diagnosed Sean with a form of PTSD typically experienced by military veterans.
I had these things for 30 years, but I never really did anything with them. And I wondered why, but now I think it's because it takes 30 years to process that kind of trauma.
Sean says the show illustrates how the public dictates what is covered in the news and hopes all of the bad encourages the community to continue seeking out the good.
The show can be a window that's accessible to lots of different people into a part of other people's lives that they don't really generally have access to.
The play won the Best Storyteller Award at the United Solo Festival last year. If you'd like to catch the show, there will be another performance this Sunday at 3 p.m. at Park Theater in Hudson. You can also catch Sean performing next month back at the United Solo Festival in New York City on March 26th at 7 p.m. JT and Liz.
It's fascinating stuff. You can imagine all the stuff that he's seen. I think we kind of identify with that a little bit.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen some of his photographs. I mean, it would have been amazing to kind of put them with the stories that he was able to amass.
Yeah, it's going to be some show. Well, still to come, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik filing a